get no rest, goddamn. I'm on my respect.
Good morning with the fam, bro. Look, I have been off of my YouTube and I've been off of recording lately, but it's for a good reason. These past couple months, I've strictly just been trying to figure out how I'm going to elevate myself and how I'm gonna keep on pushing for more out of myself. And that's kind of what I feel a lot of people struggle with. You might even struggle with that yourself. You might set your goals and you might reach your goals, but once you reach your goals, you don't really know what to do or how to get more out of yourself. So that's kind of where I was at right now in these past 2 months, right? I was trying to figure out how to make money online, and I was trying to figure out how I'm gonna get there and how I'm gonna be making money. And once I figured that out, I kind of slowed down. I slowed down a little bit because I felt like I figured it out. I figured out how I'm gonna make money online. I started making money online, but it didn't satisfy me that much because I stopped grinding. I stopped recording. I felt like I had no more goals to reach and I felt like I had nothing else to achieve. And that's where I was wrong. So these past 2 months, I've just been figuring out where and how I'm gonna bring that motivation that I once had and bring out that starving mentality that I once had to push for new goals. And that's the thing I really want to address. A lot of people set goals for themselves and they achieve them and then they get lost and they don't really know what to do anymore because they feel like they already achieved their goals. Well, you have to remember, you were a different person. You were a different version of yourself. You're in a different phase. So what do you have to do? You're not gonna do the same things that you were doing in the past because that's not you anymore. That's not who you are anymore. The same things that you were doing are not gonna take you to the next level that you wanna be at. So yes, they might get you up to here, but they're not gonna take you over here. And that's where you need to readjust and reevaluate your goals and how you're gonna get there. So with me, I'm going back into that starving mentality that I had. I'm going back into it, but with more intention, right? When I was starving and I was eating up anything that was coming my way. I was trying to get it in. But now that I know what I want to do and I know how I'm going to get there, I'm going back into that starving mentality, but I have a diet now. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to go and eat a rabbit and a squirrel and a bird and then all of a sudden try to eat a goat. Nah. I know what I want. I don't need these little pickings no more. I want the goat. And then from the goat, I want the cow. From the cow, I'm gonna move up and up and up. I have a diet now. I know what I want and I know how I'm gonna get it and I'm going for it. So this whole morning, I was just reflecting and thinking about how I'm gonna explain it to you guys because I really, really do want to be speaking to somebody. I want somebody to be listening to me and really understand that feeling. So with that being said, about to shower up, clean up, get some food in our system and get straight to work. As I'm editing this video, I'm starting to realize that I put all of January's trades in this one video, which I'm not really going to be doing that. I'm going to be doing trade updates once a week. So I'm normally taking 1 to 2 trades a week. So this is going to be a little bit longer explanation just because it's all the trades of the month in one video. But from now on, every single trade update is going to be the trades that I've taken from the week, and it's going to be the trades that I'm looking to take next week in one video. So this is just a little bit longer explanation because it's all the trades from 1 month. So we just got out the shower. I didn't really feel like doing my hair today for some reason. I don't know why, but this is going to get chopped off soon. This will be chopped off soon. So whatever, take it in. This month has been atrocious. The markets have been going absolutely crazy. And this month we've taken, I believe it was 6 trades. We took 6 trades this month. It was not good. We are down for the month. Last month was a good month. November was a good month. I haven't had a month this bad in a while. So I'm gonna break down the trades that I took, the reason why I took them, and the trades that I'm looking to take next week. I do believe we're gonna get some winning trades next week. I believe we're gonna cut back into profit next week. And yeah, so let me break these trades down for you guys. So to start off the month, we're trading Euro USD. And we basically traded this whole entire trend right here. This right here is so annoying, just a regular wick out. But with this whole trade, we traded with the trend. And we actually did take a loss over here at first. Again, got completely wicked out. Once we broke this structure right here on the lower time frame, we got completely wicked out, completely violated. And then it just went into our direction. I knew it was going to happen. It was just a simple wick out. So I re-entered and we caught this trade right here. Very clean, straight to take profit. And then once I exited, I believe this is the next day. This is 2 days later. And right here, I simply just continued with the trend on a higher time frame, around the 1 hour. On a higher time frame, the trend is clearly bearish. So right here, I just wait for rejections. We have a left head, right shoulder, continuation, rejection right here of the neckline. We just continue down. I entered about here, a little bit of drawdown. And again, straight to take profit. It's a nice little fat trade. 1 to 4 risk to reward. And then right here, same exact thing, price comes back up. And as price comes up, we start to reject on a higher time frame. comes back down here. I see that. So I entered here. I thought it was done making that move because it was rejecting previous structure point. So I entered here for the continuation, but it did not. It came up, wicked me out, violated me completely, and then just went straight down to my take profit and more. That would have been an absolutely nasty trade as well. That would have been a 1 to 5. So completely violated on that one. And then we did not trade anything else because that was a pretty nasty loss. I just decided to let this market go and look for new ones. So that was 4 trades out of the week of January. 2 out of 4 were wins. So then going on to GBP CAD, this is where we took our next trade. This trade right here was a little bit impulsive. On a 15-minute time frame, we have rejections off of this area right here. Rejection, 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 rejection. So what I saw here was once price came back to our area, I noticed an evening star formation on a 30-minute time frame. So right here we went up, doji candle came down, price continued down. Off of impulse, I entered here. Price literally stopped right there as soon as I entered, and again completely violated me. No remorse, just straight to it. GBP CAD was the 5th trade of the week. This is number 6. Right here on a higher time frame, if I go to the daily, you get smooth rejections, rejection, rejection, rejection. Kind of breaks up above here, but on a 4-hour time frame, we're getting beautiful rejections, rejection, rejection, wick rejection, 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 rejection. This area here clearly holds price up and it holds price down when it's below. So once price broke through this area, I was waiting for price to come back and reject this. So my entry was a little bit more like that. This entry was very poor because on a lower time frame, 1-hour time frame, this wick right here came up and rejected this minor area here. So I thought it was just going to come up, reject this here, but it came back down again off of an impulse sell. I entered and, you know, it was rejecting again, rejecting for a lot. We got into a little bit of profit, but I was confident that it would just go down. For some reason, it did not. We're basically just floating and draw down the whole entire trade. And it wicked us out and I got a little upset because I thought it was going to come down, but it did not. Again, completely violated us. But it was a reasonable trade. It made sense. Every time we're above, we're going up, or below, we go down, below, go down, rejection. We were holding price here for a minute, so not the worst trade, but yes, completely violated us disgustingly. So that was trade number 6. Now we're going to trade number 7. So this is trade number 7 of the month. Honestly, I took a 1-week break out of January just because I felt like I wanted to clear my mind off of these losses, and they're pretty big positions. I was risking a lot of my account trying to flip my account because I trade a live account. I don't do props or demo or anything anymore. So yeah, I trade a live account. This right here on a daily time frame, rejection to the upside, rejection to the downside, rejection to the downside, upside. And then this area here, we were getting rejection to the downside, wicks to the upside, upside, and we broke past that area. On a 4-hour time frame, I thought I missed this trade, which technically I did. Price came down, came back to the area. This is where I missed the first entry. It was beautiful. It was actually a very nice trade. Came back, doji, evening star formation, came down, even came back up. The wick even came back up to this area, retested and continued down. So if I were to have entered, I would have entered something about here. You know, wick comes up, comes down. Risk would be something like this. And then we would have probably targeted down here. So with this trade, I would have had it up here, caught a nice 1 to 2 trade on this one, straight to TP. But obviously that did not happen. So once price came down, came back up to this area, rejecting, I decided to take this trade. As you can see, price came up, rejected psych number. All time frames were in seek, building structure, came back to the area of interest right here. We came back, rejecting previous structure point, which was about here. And this is where I took that trade. Price came up, rejected psych, came down, entered. And right here, we're floating into profit. I was very, very confident that this would just continue to the downside. But I actually had my stop loss something like this. I took this trade, I want to say Wednesday in the middle of the day. And again, I was just confident, holding my position, waiting for it to continue to the downside. But on Thursday, I had to make a decision if I was going to hold the trade over the weekend or not, because again, I did see a lot of potential to the downside. So I was deciding, you know what, I'm going to hold the trade over the weekend, which I don't normally do, but I decided I was going to. But because of that, and because on market opens, sometimes the wick just completely violates up to the upside and then comes down, or comes down, goes up, whatever the case is. So I put my stop loss a little tighter just so that if the wick wanted to come up, we don't lose like so badly. And actually Thursday night, once I made that adjustment, it just completely just kept going and kept going and kept going. And this is where we're at right now. Market's gonna close in the next 20 seconds. So I'm not too interested in this one anymore, unless we were to get something to the downside, like if we were to come back down like that, then I would be a little bit more interested. Basically do something like this again, or maybe even to the upside, because the dollar is gaining strength again. But until then, I'm gonna take a look at other markets this weekend and see what we get. As you can see, market just closed, everything's closed. Now, for the markets I'm gonna be interested next week, that obviously I kind of just skimmed through and I have an idea, are gonna be these three as of right now, until I take a look over the weekend and I find other opportunities. But as of right now, I believe it's either one or two. Let me show you. Right here, we have GJ, that'd be GBP pound and the Japanese yen. On the daily time frame, we get these rejections here. The whole week has been choppy, to be honest. If you follow Alex G, this is one of his analysis here. I wouldn't want to take a trade on this area of interest here. I'd rather wait for it to come down and break down here, just because this is a very strong level of support. So I'd rather just wait for it to come down, retest, and continue to the downside here. So this one, kind of just waiting. Now again, this is another one of Alex G's analysis. On the daily time frame, we would wait for a rejection off of this level here. Me personally, I would love for it to come down and reject something like that instead of to the upside. I'd rather have it go down. And then number three would be USD CAD. So USD CAD over this last week. Oh, and this is another trade that we missed. This is a trade that we missed this week. Absolutely disgusting miss. This would have been an absolutely fat trade. 1 to 12 risk to reward. Yeah, just this completely disgusting missing a trade like this, especially with that move. Like, it just sucks really bad missing a trade like that. But right here, price came down and it's back into this area of interest. So right here we have support. Again, support, resistance, support, resistance all the way around. So resistance, support, resistance, support, resistance. We have that all the way through, support. And now we're back here. We should be expecting a resistance area here to the downside. So I'm waiting for that. Completely missed this trade here. So sad about that one, but it is what it is. Now here, again, we're just waiting for this to reject and come down. I'm probably gonna wait for something like this, come down, something like that. Basically doing what this did here, came down, reject, came down, take this trade about here, basically the same exact thing, something like that. Just take that trade right there. That's what we're gonna be looking for over here, right about here. So this is what we're gonna wait for next week. So trades I'd be interested in next week are gonna be GBP, JPY, Euro USD, and USD CAD as of right now. Until then, we will wait, take some look at some other markets, and I'll update you guys next week. So because of those losses that I took, we're down 3% on our account. We were up about 50%, which is pretty nice. But yeah, we lost profit and now we're down on the account. So what I'm gonna do is, again, we gotta get a win to start off February. I believe that's gonna be next week. Yes, so today is the 30th. So yes, next week, we're trying to get a win, start off February right. Today, I'm just gonna go play some basketball, work out probably if I have some time, keep on grinding, keep on working, start editing this video. Because again, this month, this year is just gonna be full documentation. Last year, I worked so hard trying to figure out what I wanna do, how I'm gonna do it. And I'm glad that I figured it out, because man, I was working so hard and I was going through so much last year. But you know, God provides, God is always providing. So this year, this month, we're going hard, truly dedicating a lot of time and effort into my craft. And yeah, we're gonna just kill it this year, absolutely kill it. So yeah, with that being said, I'll see you guys at the courts. Thank you for watching to the end. Like I said, honestly, this is the longer explanation, but going forward, I'm gonna break them down a lot quicker, and I'm actually gonna break them down while I'm thinking about it before I enter, and you know, as the week goes on. But like I said, I've been real busy. Check out my new setup. Yeah, check out the setup. But like I said, I'm gonna keep you guys updated, do a little bit more vlogging in the videos so that they come out even better. Peace.